From Minnesota reserves. The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself as much time as I may consume. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the AXIS Act, AXIS, a bill that is to require the Department of State to report on China's support of Putin's unprovoked full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Mr. Speaker, the Chinese Communist Party is complicit in Russia's crimes against the people of Ukraine. Xi and Putin established a no-limits partnership with their joint statement that foolishly cast NATO as an aggressor. They coordinated the timing of the invasion to avoid disturbing the CCP's Genocide Olympics. The Chinese state media has regurgitated Russian propaganda, and instead of joining the world in sanctioning Putin, the CCP is working with Putin to avoid sanctions. We're already seeing the results of this unholy alliance between the two dictators, and it's essential the CCP support of the Russian invasion of Ukraine become a matter of public record. I want to thank our colleague from Kentucky, Mr. Andy Barr, for his introducing the AXIS Act. This bill requires an unclassified report on the full scope of the CCC support of the Putin invasion, from sanctions violations to disinformation to the sale of controlled technology. If the United States is going to counter the national security threat of a new axis of autocrats working together, we must understand how they're working together in the conflict between autocrats, which is ruled by gun, against democracy, which is ruled by law. Mr. Barr's bill fills this need, so I thank the gentleman for introducing the AXIS Act, and I urge our colleagues to support this bill. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from South Carolina reserves. The gentleman from Minnesota is recognized.
I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Minnesota reserves. The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to yield 4 minutes to the gentleman from Kentucky, Mr.